7, 10,
You are live.
live.
That's what it says, but
9, 8,
is it
7, 6, 5,
factual? Who knows?
4, 3, 2, 1. The live video has not started.
They're full of shit. Yeah, it has.
Let me refresh my page.
Yeah, I saw it too.
Yep, we're live.
Okay.
But that was such a cool countdown.
I know. I've never seen that. It makes me super happy.
Yo.
Hey, looks like we are live on the YouTubes. Hello, YouTube land.
Hello, YouTube.
I'm still trying to find the fucking Twitter. How the fuck do I get to my profile?
We haven't been active on Twitter in so many years. Like, that's how we originally met, was on Twitter.
That's exactly it. Okay, we are live on oh, I don't want that full screen. Not that full screen.
Don't blow up on my face.
Yeah, I literally had no idea what I was like, topic TBA.
And it's funny
No
because
idea.
we discussed our topic literally last night, and before we went live, I was like, what are we talking about? That's how bad our memories are.
Okay, let's press this button and oh, what the you're holding.
What?
All right. Technical difficulties are all fixed up and good to go.
Awesome.
And hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of 30, Flirty, and Not Thriving. This is episode 9, which is crazy. It's kind of hard to believe that we've already done
9 episodes.
That we've already done 8. That is insane. I'm super happy and proud that we've actually gone this far.
Yeah. And our 10th episode is funny because it's our New Year's Eve special.
I know, I'm so excited.
It's going to be amazing. It's going to be 2 hours ish. We don't know. We're just going to talk until people get bored with us.
Unless we're bored of hearing our own voices. We may just be too intoxicated to think about that, though. We may just have too much fun.
Yeah. So, we have a lot of things planned.
Join us on our, we'll be going live on the Facebook, the Twitter, and the YouTube. Maybe I may even go live on the
Instagram.
Yeah, the Instagram, the other one.
Yeah,
we'll have to see. Do that, who knows? But we're gonna be live in as many places as possible, so you guys get to see all of our shenanigans and ridiculousness.
Yep, there'll be games.
Vanessa drinking lots of wine.
Yep.
Probably smoking a lot of weed.
If Casey joins in, we might try and fill one of our big bad boys with wine.
Oh my god!
Oh my god, we match!
I know!
And we did not buy these at the same time, nor at the same place. That is so funny.
It's great. My huge water bottle. Ashley just got a huge water bottle as well.
Yeah.
Well, actually, for those that don't know, my name is Vanessa Rain. I am an adult content creator on Unfiltered and OnlyFans. I am 32 and I am also Canadian. And this lovely lady next to me, if you're watching, if not, well, then there's the other person that's talking, and this is my lovely co-host, Miss Ashley.
Yes, I am Ashley Hoffman. I am also 32. I am not Canadian. I am American, but I do have family in Canada.
Honorary Canadian.
I'm an honorary Canadian. I have worked in the music industry for about 15 some odd years. And yeah, this is our lives suck, and we're just telling you our life experiences.
Yeah, basically we're just going through this is the podcast where we just talk about life shit.
Yeah.
You know, our experiences with life and
Life,
the
love,
good, the
happiness,
bad, the
and
ugly, all of the things. Yeah, pretty lighthearted, probably perverted, most
100%.
definitely perverted.
Yep.
Um, yeah, we just love to laugh and have fun. So if that's your thing, keep listening. Because
If not,
today I actually wanted to talk about the podcast that I did last night, which was a lot of
yes.
fun. It was I Did Not Make These Rankings podcast. There was Dre and Harvey, Amanda, Casey, and I do not remember the other young lady's name. I want to say Kendra. Beautiful, fantastic. We did a draft of cheating songs, which was actually kind of easy. My number one cheating song that I thought of was Before He Cheats.
I
Carrie
was just
Underwood.
I was just gonna say that it's the number one cheating song.
The other one that I was kind of thinking, but I'm glad someone else said it, but I
Hmm.
wasn't sure if it like kind of went along with that theme, which was Amon's Fuck It.
Oh
You
yeah.
sent me
Oh,
that.
the other one, yeah, because we were
Like
and
Frankie's version, the girl version, Fuck You Right
yes,
Back.
fuck you right back.
Yeah,
Fuck what I said.
I was
It
glad
don't
someone
mean
said that,
shit
but I was
now.
like, is that like
The other one, Shaggy's. It wasn't me.
that was said? I love it.
Yeah, there's actually a lot more cheating
Something on
songs
the
than
counter wasn't me.
me.
Something
Somebody's
banging
kissing
on the
on the
sofa
sofa.
wasn't
Wasn't
me.
me. I even had her in the shower. It wasn't me. She even caught me on camera. Dude, you can't get out of that.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful. There were so many good options too, like a lot that I didn't think of, and
Hmm.
I'm kind of sad that I didn't think of. But I think I got, some pretty good picks in there.
Right.
It was a really good time. That was the first time I've ever actually done a draft. I went in, I had no fucking clue. Dre was
Yeah.
very helpful though. He did give me like a previous video to watch to get the understanding, because I'm just used to the brackets when I started doing all of these podcast things with
Hmm.
like the bracket bastards, and maniacal music musings, the paranormal, the new normal, and
Hmm.
all of the things.
All of the
So
things.
I was used to the brackets, and I was
Hmm.
like, "Is it really the same?" No,
No.
but it was a good time. We also did cover songs, and I had Miss Ashley's help with that one, because that was the flippin' hardest thing
Right.
to think of. That
Because
was my worst.
even I was going through it, and like there was ones that instantly came to my head of like cover songs, but I'm like, oh my god, like you don't realize even some of the covers, like Whitney Houston's "I Will Always Love You." That is a cover, but
I
people
had no
don't.
idea until yesterday.
Yeah, people don't realize that was originally written and performed by Dolly Parton,
Yeah,
but
that is so crazy.
it never got the popularity of Whitney Houston, so everyone thought Whitney was the first.
Yes.
Oh.
Did I click the button? Sorry, I just got totally distracted. Yeah, no, I had no idea. That's awesome. I love that. I want to see. Oh, okay. So one of my first ones that I did remember, my roommate had during the summer we went out on the boat. He had a
Mhm.
playlist, and it was Careless Whisper, but it was done by Seether. And it was
Oh, yes.
such a good cover. So I knew immediately that was like my number one. And I knew Lady Marmalade was another cover
Yes.
with Xtina, Pink, Lil Kim, Maya.
Can't. Yep. Yeah.
Fucking Missy Elliott.
Yep.
Who else is in there? It's a whole slew of people.
I only remember 4 of them, but I think there's like 6 or 7 of them in that song. But like every like 20-ish years, that song gets remade.
Oh hell yeah, it's a good song.
Yeah.
Well, because it was LaBelle. There was LaBelle.
Mm-hmm.
The second one. LaBelle was first, was it not? Was she not?
I can't remember.
I even looked this up yesterday.
Oh my.
Anyways, still a good song. Love it.
Yeah, Patti LaBelle.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Another good song that I have loved my entire life was Smooth Criminal, Alien Ant Farm.
Yes. Oh my God. I forgot about that cover.
Yeah, my roommate said it, and I was like, oh, he was like, Smooth,
Oh
you know that
my
song,
God.
Smooth Criminal? I was like, Alien Ant Farm.
Yes.
Yes.
Alien Ant Farm. Oh my God. So this one I love. Maybe it's just because I love the band. But My Chemical Romance did a cover of Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas. And
Really?
yes,
That's hilarious.
it's so funny. Like it's not up to My Chem par, but it's good. It's just like it's so bad that it's so good.
That's hilarious. Yeah, I love it. I think that's so fun. I'm not like the biggest fan of cover songs, to be honest. So that's why I think this was so hard for me.
Right.
But like some of them are kind of better than the originals.
Yes.
I'm trying to think of like the other ones. God. Yeah, I've got a whole list of the ones you gave me yesterday. I still like Miley Cyrus did her own version of Blondie's Heart of Glass.
Oh, I've not seen that. Oh my God. Yeah.
That's a good one. Also, Faster Pussycat did Carly Simon's You're So Vain, which was a nice take on it as well.
Okay.
And Motley Crue did Madonna Virgin.
Oh.
Which was interesting. So I enjoyed that.
Wow. I have not seen that one. Wow.
Yeah. They were saying wow over
Motley Crue.
Yeah, over Seether's version of Careless Whisper, which was cool.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed that one. I really enjoyed that version of Careless Whisper. But you can't really go wrong with Careless Whisper regardless. I think that's like
right.
It's a great song. I love it.
I have a list going as well, and some of these I have no idea. I haven't heard them, and I'm like, what? But two, it's funny because I gave you a cover song, Sleeping with Sirens cover of Iris by the Goo Goo Dolls. And I love that version. And there's they only did a clip of it, and I really wish one of our favorite bands, Marianas Trench, when they were together. Yes, they brought us together. When they were on tour, I think it was their first tour in the States, like the first big tour. And Josh was in an alley just like warming up, and he was singing Iris. And it was so beautiful. And
coffee.
Oh, I thought it was splooge for a minute.
Coffee.
But it was so beautiful, and I really wish they actually would record it, because they did record a cover on one of their albums, And So It Goes. Which I don't even know who
I don't remember which one, but I know it. Yeah.
No, the song was And So It Goes.
Yeah.
On Masterpiece Theater, the deluxe edition.
I have like 8 of those. I have 8 copies of that, I swear, and they're all unopened.
Oh,
I think it was back in the time when I was doing the giveaways.
Yes.
And I just had so much shit. I still have like 8 copies of that one album.
Just that one album. Oh my God. Yeah, and I thought I was bad because I have so And So It Goes is actually by Billy Joel.
Yeah.
But their cover is so beautiful, and it's all a cappella, no instruments whatsoever.
True. I forgot about that one, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of my favorite songs, and I didn't even realize it was a cover until someone brought it up, and I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
But I thought I was bad with my copies of Mariana Stretch because their first album, Fix Me, I have 3 copies of, and I still do this. Every time an album comes out, I have to have one that is unsigned and one that is signed, just to keep my collection coherent.
Yeah.
Coherent? No, that's not the word. Cohesive.
Yeah.
And so I have 3 Fix Me's. I don't know why I have 3 Fix Me's. I have 3 Masterpiece Theaters. I only have 1 copy of the deluxe edition. I have 2
vinyl.
I have 2 Ever Afters. I only have Ever After in vinyl. I don't have any of the others.
Oh, what do I have in vinyl? It may honestly be Ever After. No. I don't know. It's in that closet, honestly, and I don't want to go get it.
Right.
I don't remember. I do have one of them on vinyl. I've got them. Yeah. That was just our thing. Even the posters for Masterpiece Theater, I want to say.
Yes, I have so many. I have that giant one that I won from the radio station. Me and my co-partner, Richard. I don't remember if you remember him, Richard Colosimo. Yes. Hi, Richard. You're probably not watching, but
are you guys still friends?
We kind of, when I was having my issues, there were a lot of people that I disconnected with for whatever reason, and I've just recently started reaching back out and trying to mend relationships, and you know,
he was fine.
But I did re-add him. I haven't really spoken to him yet, but yeah, me and him. Oh God, it was 2012. A friend of ours worked at our local radio station and got us in free to meet the band and interview them on the radio show, and they gave us these giant posters that they signed and shit, and I think it was I think they were like 32 by 64. I had to go get this thing custom framed. If I were to put it up, like, it covers a huge portion of my wall.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Like, looking back at it now, like, we did so much for that band. Like,
dude, I was making my own, like, CDs of their songs, bringing it directly to radio stations.
You actually, when we started the street team fan base type thing through Twitter, you actually went through a site creating merch. I still have my celebrity status sign that you sent me
from those days.
Yes. Oh my! I just remember that. I'm like, wait a minute. I have a celebrity status. Because we had so many followers on Twitter that we were almost elite celebrity status, which is also one of their songs.
I know. Right in the closet too.
Yeah. Oh my God. And we made keychains. We made wristbands. Yeah. And
phone cases.
Oh yeah. I made a calendar, a wall calendar.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Shit that we.
A lot of shit, man. I was making.
Right.
That was a lot of fun, and
I'm honestly
like, a whole photo album full of Christmas cards sent from other trenchers.
Oh my God.
And I have my own fan base called Stars. And they were like, from your number one star. And it was just like
oh my God.
And I had a t-shirt that says, I'm not with the band is with me. And I'm like, legit sometimes, man.
Oh my, that is, and it was true. Like, and I know you didn't get to see him as much as I did, but even still, like, we got to a well enough relationship with the band that whenever we came out, they knew us by name. They would just be like, oh, hey, get out of line, come hang with us. And
me and Ian, we were getting ready to go into the bar. Mike and Matt were up at the front talking to the bouncer, being like, "Hey, we're supposed to be here." Me
Right.
and Ian are doing like mincy jigs, and we're like stomping and like fist pumping. We're like dancing. Josh is like
Yeah.
traumatized
Like, what?
behind me, and I'm like, dude, just like chill, get in,
I remember the drama on one of the tours because everybody thought Josh was like completely sober, but he wasn't. And he was drinking, and someone got footage of it. And like all the baby trenchers were like crying their fucking eyes out and shit. And they're like, oh my God, not Josh. And I remember,
going back.
yeah,
He's
oh my
going
God.
back to old Josh.
But what's so funny is the one show I was fucking doing shots with them at the bar, and I was like, here's a shot for everyone. And we're just like, I think it was fucking Fireball. And I'm like, this is disgusting. But like, when else can I say, oh yeah, I did shots with one of my favorite bands?
Right? Oh man, there were times like, yeah, I'd be walking in, the guys would just like stop, and they're like, just
Yes.
like freaking out. Hey, Casey, how are you today, darling?
Hi, Casey.
We were just talking about the podcast last night, the drafts. We were just talking about cover songs. Now we're moving into our old music days, which is always fun.
Yeah.
It's fun to relive those times. It's such good like memories. And
one other person that I had a drink with was Pete Wentz of Fall Out Boy.
oh, nice.
And it was their first tour back in 2013, off of hiatus. Scotty doesn't. Scotty
That was
doesn't
another song.
know!
That was
is.
a cheating song, and I was like, damn it.
I forgot about, which is so funny because I know a Scotty and we used to make fun of him and go, Scotty doesn't know.
Don't tell Scotty.
Don't know. Don't tell. Oh my God. That is so funny. Scotty doesn't know.
Beautiful. I love that song. That is such
Yeah.
a good movie. I want to go watch that.
Oh, I haven't watched it in so long.
Right?
Oh my God.
Yeah. I think I may just need to, after this podcast, I may need to go get some more wine.
Yes. And I need to finish watching How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days.
That's a good one. I recently watched that. Matthew McConaughey. Love them.
They are goals. Like they did not end up together, but I believe they should have.
Right. They were, yeah, they're so cute. The chemistry is just incredible.
Yeah.
I think the majority of us, going off of Casey's comment, Dre hates me over that song. We were all pretty mad. That was like the first one. And we were like, oh, like I was actually mad. I didn't think about it.
Right.
But yeah, some others had chosen that already. I thought it was, yeah, such a good pick.
Oh my God.
That is like, that has my vote, honestly, just for that song.
I think if Casey, for a future episode, we should do like a panel of best and worst movies and music. And because like all I can think of is oh God, now I'm blanking. Jay and Silent Bob. Kevin Smith. Kevin Smith's movies are just genius, and I would love to do a panel of like what people think like his best and worst movies were.
Well, Casey would be your dude. See,
Casey, look. Come on, yes. Oh my God. So future episode, future episode, we're just gonna talk Kevin Smith movies, and Casey's gonna be our guest.
Mm-hmm. I'm down for that. Even like his cameos and shit, like
yes,
in the Mindy Project, he was still himself. And
when they were on Degrassi, Jay and Silent Bob do Degrassi. Yes, oh my God, love that episode.
I love them.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. Book me and Amanda. Yes. Amanda. Yes. We'll hit you up, sir. Amanda. Oh my God. Yeah. So now let me write that down before we actually forget. Wow, we have
my notebook is like falling apart. Don't mind that. The new one is on the way. I don't know if it's
Nice.
going to be here today or not, but I'm hoping. I'm like still crossing fingers that I'm still waiting on a tripod. I should probably put up my new ring light. That
Yes.
massive motherfucker that came in.
It's a big boy.
Yep. Big boy. That's some big boys. God, I'm just like so burpy from this coffee.
So that you said big boys, and it just reminded me of the Za is her name trend. That song, you sent me a guy who's really gorgeous on TikTok, and he you just can't stand his voice.
Oh, is it Mr. like
Yeah, but like he keeps
just, like,
doing
slaps his belly?
yes.
He's hot, but
He I have
what
I
the hell? I think he's Ukrainian, but
I still have not heard his voice.
English. No bueno. Does not work for me. His voice is too fucking high pitched for that lovely motherfucker. His just
he's so oh my god. But that trend, what is that song
on Instagram?
What is that song? What is the song that they do it to? I can't think of it.
No, I'm so distracted by the guy.
Oh my god, but he is so good looking. Oh my god, like he keeps popping up on my For You page, and I'm just like, oh, I have absolutely no chance in hell with you, dude, but like, love me.
He's like all over like the kink talk, because the daddy.
Yeah. Oh
he's
god.
on that part of TikTok, and
because like everybody's like, oh, the dad bod's back and big boys are in, and I'm like, I don't. Well, at least for me, the dad bod never went away.
Oh, okay. See, the dad bod was not my thing when I was younger. It was all brawny motherfuckers.
The 6-pack.
The pretty boys.
Yes.
Now I'm like, give me a big boy. Give me that dad bod. Give me the chunky.
Yes.
That's how you make my pants.
The blue collar man. That's how I describe it. The dad bod blue collar man. Like,
yes. You're good with your hands. Like if you're like a handyman, you don't got the prim and proper fingernails. Like if you got a beard, that's like an extra fucking bonus. Like,
100% needs a beard.
Yeah. And if you can pull off the whole dom thing, like if you can play into that for me, Jesus Christ.
Like
Jesus Christ. Now I'm like,
Vanessa would instantly become a cum dumpster. Because it's that time in our podcast.
I just get spreader bars to like just lay there.
Oh my handcuffs and, oh my god. Oh my
available day or night, anytime.
You would always be ready. And all I can think of is, oh my god. Oh, I don't know what it was she wasn't ready. Do you know what I'm talking about? What is that from?
I have no idea, but I know exactly. Yep.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yes. No idea. Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart said it. Oh, it was Kevin Hart's comedy special.
Oh, nice. Okay, yep.
She wasn't ready. Vanessa's always ready.
That's exactly. Oh, and make them like 6 feet plus, like.
Oh yeah. I just need them to topple over me.
Yeah. I'm not actually like a size. Of course, I love having the tall guys. That is my thing. But I've also dated people my height. I have dated a little shorter, but I don't like to go shorter. If you're shorter than me, it's probably just like a fucking Chuck kind of deal.
Yeah.
I ain't down.
I've never dated a guy shorter than me. Not even my height. Even they were a few inches taller than me.
Yeah.
Wine, weed, and a good time for Vanessa. Yep. Yep, that's the way to Vanessa's heart.
Yeah, really though.
He's spilling our secrets. Uh-oh. Where did Vanessa go? Oh no. you blacked out. Literally.
I know. It was my alarm.
Oh, technical difficulties. Because that is the theme of our show.
I forgot I set a fucking alarm because I didn't want to. I was napping and I didn't want to miss the podcast. I didn't want to miss this. So
Right.
just in case, like if I accidentally slept through the first one, which I turned off, I had one set for 30 minutes later, just in case.
Just in case.
That one, so.
Yeah, it's all good.
And then I completely went black, and I was like, "Oh, motherfucker!"
It just brings more persona to our podcast.
To our episodes.
We're always
our age and how we do shit.
We're only
we have at least
we're all
technical difficulties an episode.
We're only 9 episodes in, but if we don't, we always have to have a technical difficulty, and we always have to mention Cum Dumpster.
Oh hell yeah! It's like even if we don't go down that route, it's somehow we always just travel back around to being Cum Dumpsters, and but according to Ashley's mom, Ashley's aunt does not like hearing about her being a cum dumpster and being over.
Very, very true. Which is so funny because which is so funny. It's so funny though, because as a kid growing up, I heard a lot of sex stories, more than I should have. You go down. Wait, what, Casey?
Okay, no. When I went completely black, so that was
Oh, okay. I was thinking something different because my mind. But yeah, so as a kid, I heard a lot of sex stories, and I would always plug my ears and go, la 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 la, I'm not listening. So this is payback. This is payback, and now you get to listen.
Oh well, I mean, my aunt, the last time I had seen her, like 2 years ago, she was like, "Well, you're bisexual and you have your thing pierced," and she's talking about my vagina.
Oh my god!
Kitty piercing.
Okay.
So. And I just I was so mind blown. I had no idea. And I was like, well, yeah. I was like, yeah, I am. And I do. And she was like, oh, I didn't know that. You're disgusting. And I was like, you brought it up.
You brought it up. So don't tell me you didn't know.
Okay. So going off of that, just remembering when I first got it done, I was actually 16 getting that done. But I was really close with the people who did the piercings. So I was able to do it without parents' permission and stuff, just like I was 15 when I got my tongue done. So I've had my piercings. I only have those. Oh, I had to take out my tongue piercing, which was very sad, only this year. It's because I had that surgery. Because my tongue piercing, FYI, don't get a tongue piercing and have it for 16 years because it's going to knock out your 2 front teeth.
Oh, no. You got to see
one piercing left, and my mom, we were gonna go before my mom had passed. This was many years ago. I was an adult at this point, I think I was 19, and we were going on a plane. We were going from Newfoundland to Ontario in Canada to visit some family, and I'm stressing. I'm like, I've got to go through a metal detector. I've got jewelry.
Oh no.
I've got metal on my hoo-ha.
Oh no.
My mother is going to be right behind me. They are going to wave a fucking wand in front of my crotch.
Oh no. They're going to think you're smuggling drugs or something.
Yeah, and it's going to be just a hoo-ha piercing.
Oh no.
And so I was like, oh my God, I got to tell my mom. Oh my God, how do I do this? And so I'm calling the airports. do you think it's going to go off? What do I do? This is like the most awkward situation. I'm having to explain to the fucking people on the phone. Like, I've got a hoo-ha piercing. Like, is it going to like make the metal detectors go off? And they were like, you've got to tell her. And I'm like, fuck. So I'm like,
it was easier to tell the air. It was easier to tell the
tell you something. I got my vagina pierced. And she was so pissed. She called me disgusting. She was
like, no.
Thing never went off. I didn't have to tell her. I went through like a breeze. Hello,
oh my God.
Darling.
Hi, Laura. That's one of my old coworkers.
Oh, nice. Yeah. Oh, it was just awful. And I was so mad. She was pissed. She did not let that down. Like, even when she was cancer on her last days, the cancer was in her brain. So her brain was just like everywhere. At one point, she thought she was in the mafia.
Oh, shit.
Russian mafia. And
whoa.
Had that her sister was not actually her sister / my aunt, that she
oh
was
my
just
God.
a lesbian. And oh no, it was the Swedish mafia. The Swedish mafia were coming to get me and my sister.
Jesus Christ.
And then I was like, what? I was like, anything else? And she was like, wait, what are you talking about? She would forget. She did not forget that. She did not also forget that I was a smoker. So when your dying mother asks you a question like, Vanessa, do you smoke?
Mm-hmm.
You don't lie.
No.
You just say, you man up, you be an adult, and you're like, yes, Ma, I do. Sometimes, occasionally, not all the time at this point.
Right.
And then she was like, The very next day, my grandma and everyone around she tells everyone. She told my grandma on me.
Oh no. She did not tell her own grandma.
On me.
Oh no. Grandma came and was like, Vanessa! Boom, Vanessa!
Oh, man, she never missed an opportunity to. I have a play button on the back of my neck, like right here.
Yeah.
And anytime she'd be like, so if I press it, do you shut up? And I'm like, no. She's like, okay, what if I do it like this? Smack! What about like this? Smack! She's like, come and like whack me on the back of the neck, trying to press the pause or the mute button.
All I can think of.
That's some good times.
All I can think of with that is like if you're with a guy or even a girl and they press it and be like, oh, does this turn you on?
I never thought of that. Oh, perfect spot too.
Yeah, like that's my only vision. Not, oh, does this make you shut up? Although that is hilarious too.
Well, that's how my grandma took it. She was like, "What about this?" And I've got a star behind each ear. Play button. She's like, "Well, what about this one? Smack. What about this one? Smack. What about this? Smack." Just everything. Abuse.
But that was also a whole different time period, and you know.
Oh.
The older generation was raised differently than we were raised, and we're raising our children completely different from how we were raised.
Snowflakes. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so passionate. I guess I'm like old at heart. I've definitely been raised in the wrong generation.
Agreed.
I should be like 80 years old by now.
Yep.
Because I would fit in with that generation, you know.
Yep.
None of this pansy ass shit getting a participation medal. Like, nah, bitch.
You did it.
If you don't get any of that, you don't get shit.
Right. Here, I got an award for you.
Fuckers. No. That's the old lady in me.
Yeah.
I'm totally going to be one of those ones peering out the window like, yeah, these rotten fucking kids. You know?
I always said I had a neighbor who she was older. I was like probably 7 or 8. My brother was a little older. We would play basketball in our street. And this woman hated us. She was old and mean, and she was always yelling at us for literally everything. And the one day She called the cops on us because we were dribbling the basketball too loud. Dead
Oh my
ass.
God.
She called the cops on my dad because our porch light was shining into her bedroom and she thought that we were peeking at her like, woman, we do not want to see your old wrinkly body. We're good. Yeah, like her defense mechanism was always to call the cops on us. And I always said that I aspire, well, now that I'm older, like I hated this woman as a child because, you know, bitter old woman. But now I look back and I'm like, ooh, I aspire to be this woman because I'm going to be that one sitting on my front porch yelling, get off my lawn!
I want to be that old crazy cat lady from The Simpsons.
Oh,
That's what I
yes. Yes,
just,
yes.
and just crazy ass hair and all
Mhm.
these titties and yep, that's my dream.
Yeah,
That's my dream.
we're just going to be old and mean.
That's exactly it.
Yeah. Plain and simple, we're going to be old and mean.
I just know how I am. So that's like even one of the reasons why I chose not to have children, why I just got my tubes tied, was because I would be the worst. First of all, I'm going to be the worst old lady because I'm just going to be old, grumpy, and mean.
Yeah.
But I would also be fucking grumpy and mean if I was pregnant. Like it would be 10 times worse. So I was like, I ain't putting this world through that because no. Yeah. I can't wait to be an old grumpy lady. I can't wait. I'm already an old grumpy lady, but like I need the old appearance so that people will be like, nah, this is just the way she is. She's old.
Just,
you gotta let her do
she's
what she wants
senile.
you got issues.
Yeah.
She's old. That's just the way she is, and you accept it.
Right.
You
know? So you will never be. You'll be drinking shooters.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna be old, grumpy, and mean unless I like you, and if you know, if I give you a shot, that means I like you, and you're part of the club, and you should feel fucking special. That's
exactly. Which is funny because we were talking a little bit, and so we're always talking.
I'm trying to get my straw, and it's like,
don't choke. So we grew up in the MySpace, AIM, MSN Messenger days. And one of the popular shows in the like 2010s was Catfish.
Yes.
And so we were discussing if we've ever been subject to someone catfishing us or if we've been catfished to other people. And I know I've catfished quite a few people.
I loved to catfish. So I grew up in Newfoundland in Canada, and one of our big things, we had like the big bulky ass old computers.
Oh yeah.
And one of the sites that I remember using was BuzzChat. And so I would pretend that I was from Manchester and that I was older. I remember talking to people about penis sizes, and they were like, what about like the circumference? And I was like, 10 inches. I had no idea what any of this meant.
Oh my God.
I was always pretending to be someone else. That was my jam.
Yeah. Because you remember
in real life, like sending letters to people in the mail.
Oh, I never got that hard. I never got that hard. But you remember ASL.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for those who have no idea what ASL is
age,
you would
age,
sex, and location to, you know, get to know people. I would always, so at first when I would do it, I would say New York. And, you know, because New York is so generalized, and even still to this day, when you say New York, people automatically assume New York City. So I would lie and say I was 18, female, and from New York City. I was always of age, even when I was not of age.
Yep. Same.
But I remember talking. I think it was like right when the transition of MySpace to Facebook was happening. And the popularity of Degrassi, at least in the States, was just starting to hit off because it was always popular in Canada.
Yeah.
But I remember Miriam McDonald, who played Emma, I remember taking photos from the show or like just headshots that she had on Google, and I created a fake Facebook as Emma. My name was Emma, and I catfished like 5 dudes who thought that I was Miriam McDonald.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I've not used like celebrity or like someone on TV or anything like that, but I would find random girls' pictures like on MySpace or
Google,
or
whatever.
at that time of like people I didn't know but other people did.
Right.
And I remember this kid I grew up with. He was like my next door neighbor. His name was Steven. And he was just like this weird kid. But he ended up being like somewhat popular to the druggie community kind of thing. I think he's still like, people know this guy in the druggie community.
Right.
But I had him going with my friend. I want to say her name was Genevieve or something like that. Or she was from some place like fucking across seas. It could have been like fucking Genova or Genovia or some shit that I was saying she was from. That something along those lines.
Genovia.
I rather have him write letters and give it to me so I can send it to her.
Oh my God.
And like, he was all for it. And then one day I just stopped and I got bored. I have also made up fake chat rooms for my friends on my own computer, and they would be like, I had this whole fucking platform thing done up, but I couldn't obviously get a response. And she'd be sitting there with me waiting for a response. And then I would say like, oh, can you go get me this from that room? And then I would quickly type out a response while she was gone. And then she'd come back and I'm like, oh, you got a response.
Oh my God. That is, and all that when you said Genovia, all I could think of was Princess Diaries.
That's what I mean, Princess Genovia.
Yeah.
But there is like a place along those lines. I think I asked my mom for like a faraway place just to use as like, hey, well, I'm from this. You don't have the chance of meeting me, but like, hi. And
Jesus.
Just to be like a dickhead, right? To make him think like he had a chance with some hot girl when he was like a short, fat little kid.
Yeah.
Ugly, you know, like.
And I think most of us we did it because of our insecurities. Like, I was a chubby girl. Like, I didn't want people to know it was actually me. And it was always like the guys that I know, even to this day, if they're still good looking, I don't know if they are or not, but it was always the ones that I knew I had no chance in hell with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always.
Oh, yeah.
I had so many like online boyfriends. I remember one was named Fabian.
Oh.
Yeah.
The only online boyfriend that I remember having, I only ever spoke to this dude on AIM. And his name was Chris. And I was, I think, 14 at the time, and he was supposedly 16. I have no idea. I never got photos. I never sent photos. I just know that he supposedly lived in Florida near Disney World. And I just remember talking to him all the time. And he was 16, supposedly. I was 14. And, you know, I think I talked to this guy for the better part of like 2 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And then just one day it stopped. I don't know why it stopped, but yeah, it just stopped, and don't know what this dude's doing now, you know. If your name's Chris, and you lived in, you know, Florida in 2005, 2006, hi. You were a great boyfriend.
That's hilarious. I'm trying to think of what other ones. Yeah, I had a lot of fun, honestly, doing the
Oh
whole
yeah.
catfish thing, always making myself
Yes.
out to be older. I guess I
Yep.
should have realized that I was definitely gonna end up in the industry that I am in.
Oh
As
yeah.
regards to like sex work and stuff. And yes, sex work is, I'm a sex worker, even though
Mhm.
it is just an online thing. I don't actually physically have sex with all of these random different men. I don't have sex with anyone, just
Right.
myself. You know?
Right.
But
You have you
yeah,
yourself, your
definitely,
hand in
I
your
am a sex
toys.
worker. I am still doing sex work.
Right.
Because I was so fascinated with taking photos. There was a website, something with a P, um, that
Not
I would just
Pinterest.
like take provocative photos on my like computer's webcam, have to delete
Mhm.
it later because my mom would see it. And like I
Right.
had these posted for like random old dudes, and I was like 14.
Oh
Um,
wow. Oh wow.
yeah, actually, one of our old favorite bands that we have already talked about, the
Uh,
drummer, if you remember, um,
oh
he
yeah.
was the recipient of one of those provocative photos at one point in time.
I remember because I saw the
And he
photo.
also thought I was much older than I was.
Yeah. And what was very funny is we didn't realize how much older two of the members were.
Right?
Like when I found that information out, I was like, "Wait, excuse me?"
I know.
Like it was jaw-dropping how much older they were
Yeah. Oh my God.
and
Those were
still
good
are.
times.
And still are, but they're still all very, very attractive men who are all happily married, three of which
Yeah.
have children, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
crazy because I never thought any of them were going to have kids. I know there's no
Well,
way in
one
Hush.
already had a child, which
Yes.
the child was very young at the time, but he kept him
Right.
pretty hidden.
Oh, yeah. Nobody knew it till he
Oh,
got into
years later.
that one serious relationship that he had before he just recently got married
Yep.
that everybody thought he was going to get married to.
No,
Because
she
they
was
were,
stupid. I knew he wouldn't because of the way he was. At one of the shows that I did, that I was with him there.
yeah,
I just knew it wasn't just the look, just everything about him. He was very insecure at that time, and
yeah.
um,
But
just
they were
very
together.
afraid. And
They were together for like 6 years,
but
I
it
want to
was a
say.
whole vibe. He was just like following me around
Yeah.
like a puppy dog. So I knew it wasn't gonna last. Just knowing that guy and knowing him for as long as what I did, I
Right.
could tell that it wasn't gonna last. But yeah, I definitely had a lot of fun pretending to be older than what I was. I would
Oh,
be like
yeah.
15 pretending I was like 19, and yeah,
It's
good
funny
times, man.
because when we were younger, we wanted to be older. And now that we're older, we're like,
Trying to get
I,
back.
I don't want to be.
I'm 32, but I always say I'm 29, but right now I'm like 29.3 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, 29.3. That's what I'm
Which,
telling myself. I will
which
only
is,
turn 30 when I turn 40.
it's funny that you say that because my aunt, I will not reveal her age, or how long she's been doing this, but, she has been 44 for many, many, many years. And only on her birthday does she ever turn 45. After that, she goes back to 44.
Ah,
And
nice.
it's funny that you say that because I joke with her and I'm like, oh, one of these days we're gonna be the same age.
My grandma was like that too, like your aunt. We never knew her age for the longest time
Right.
because at one point she was 50 for many
Mm-hmm.
years. Then it was all of a sudden she was now 60. And then she was 70 for like 20 years.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And then we
Huh.
recently she died. She had just passed. She was 95.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And
She really had her age.
90. That's when she was like, all right, I'm 90. Like, and yeah, she went and she was like, nah, 95, I'm capping out. That's it. And
Yeah.
she
She
capped out at 95.
her and the
She
queen.
lasted 3 months after her birthday.
Her and the queen they decided 95 was the age.
Yeah.
The
I
queen
know.
was 95. Yeah, they were like, 95, we're done. But then there's Betty White. Betty White was 6 days away from her 100th birthday.
Like
Six
what?
days! Like, that woman, like, she did a whole special. She did the magazine cover, and then the bitch dies.
I love Betty White.
But there's a joke. There's a joke between
R.I.P.
there's a joke behind the Betty White. So you know the Lego sets?
Yeah.
They say ages 3 or 6 or whatever to 99.
Oh,
She
is it
didn't.
Betty White?
What?
Is it like ages 3 to Betty White?
Well, that's what I was saying. She didn't want to age out of playing with Legos, so she died at 99. She wanted to play with Legos until eternity.
She would be down for that. Like she would go along with it. That's
hilarious. Oh yeah.
I love it. I still think that I would probably still catfish people. I mean, even in the work that I do, even okay. So now I'm very open with that. It is me. My name is actually Vanessa Rain. But even before I did this, even a couple years ago, I was still hiding my identity and still not wanting to be me. I was someone else. I was Star Vanity at one point.
Okay.
That was back in the porno days and actually doing videos with other people and all the webcam shit. And then I even have a post on, not Facebook, Instagram, the day that I got busted where people started putting it around that Vanessa's a porn star. And I would never show my face. It was just my body.
Right.
And Vanessa's a porn star. And
oh my God.
I have a photo of me just flipping off the camera and saying, mind your business, because people were demanding that they have access to my website, that
oh my God,
things that they were entitled to it. And I got rid of everything. I contacted every person that has ever had a copy of a tape that I have been in. And I had them remove it from the internet. I was so afraid that my family was going to find out.
Right.
And I guess the bonus thing about being 30 or at the age that I am now is that I learned not to give a flying fuck.
No.
I'm an adult. I'm a consenting adult to my own internet things. I don't give a fuck if my sister doesn't like it. I don't give a fuck if my mother doesn't like it. I don't give a fuck if my grandmother didn't like it. They all knew. I mean, my mom didn't know. She passed before then, but I made sure my aunts, my uncles, not my uncles. That would just be really inappropriate to be like, I'm an adult content creator. You know,
follow me.
Disgusting. But like my aunts, my grandma knew. She knew.
Right.
You know, there's nothing that they can say. So I just said, fuck it. And I use my own name now. I am me, but I don't use my last name. I don't give out access to my personal pages, things like that. I try to keep those pretty low key.
Right.
But yeah, I think that was probably the best part about becoming 30 was learning to not give a fuck, especially about what friends and family think. You're your own person. If this is what you want to do, if this is something that makes you happy, go for it. Do it. Get the experience. I think doing this kind of work, even just for fun, I think it is a great thing to do. It is a huge self-confidence booster. Even just not even getting feedback or anything from anyone else, just doing the photos for me in sexy lingerie, just having a nice photo where I'm like, dang, I look bomb. You know, it makes me feel good doing the process of putting on makeup and finding a new cute outfit, buying the cute outfits, you know, saying like, ooh, all of that stuff. It goes into it. It helps build your self-confidence, putting yourself out there in a way where you are extremely vulnerable, but you're feeling empowered by that vulnerability. I think it's fantastic. I think everyone really should try doing an OnlyFans, doing the unfiltered account, like a Fansly, any of these kinds of things. I really do think you should open yourself up, even if you're not comfortable with the face. Try
Hmm.
some body shots, even take it for yourself for your own personal phone, camera, things like that. Take
There's
some
also
boudoir photos.
there's also masks. You can throw on a
Yes.
mask, throw on a brown paper bag.
You can put an emoji over your face. It
Yeah.
does not matter. There are so many people out there that do not show face, that keep their identities hidden. A lot of my friends actually don't show their faces.
Hmm.
And it could just be like they're not confident, or sometimes for some of them it's like for work purposes. They don't want to put their real identity or face out there because of their job. They might have like a high profile job that restricts them from doing these sorts of things. But I think everyone should give it a go. Men, women, anything. I have both male and female friends in this industry. They're
Hmm.
both killing it. It's an art form, really. It's using your body for art, and that's proven with a lot of people, and especially the males. It is a lot harder for males to do these kinds of things. But one creator, his name is Gray on Unfiltered. He does such a phenomenal job at making things like so intriguing, yet super hot. And
Hmm.
his view of the photos that he takes, it's not even like he's just nude. Sometimes it's just close up of like a whip in his hand or something like
Hmm.
that, and it's beautiful because
There's,
it's art. It's beautiful, and I love that.
I think for men too, it's not so much, obviously, um, like there's this stigma around men like posing and stuff like that. But I think there's also for women, like there's this stigma like, oh, we can't go watch porn, or we can't go look at it, or find pictures of naked men. And so like there's not that many out there, or even for gay men too, like the whole idea of looking for male photos. It's, because guys, oh, it's easy. Oh, I'm going to go watch a female porn or a
I'm
lesbian
gonna go
porn, or
search up MILF.
yeah, like it's oh yeah, like that's the majority of the porn industry, unfortunately, is women, because more men are looking at it, because there's this stigma that
Difficulties are all fixed. I'm trying to shut this thing off. I'm trying to.
but there's that stigma for women that we can't go look ourselves.
Oh, right. No, that is completely true. I think that's very much wrong. I think a lot of people need to open up. Masturbation is such like a normal,
Hmm.
natural thing. We all do it, whether or not you want to admit it or not.
Right. And I think, at least from my
Sorry,
observation,
I'm like dancing along to your clock.
my Christmas clock. I think from my observation too, which it brings to like a whole other topic and stuff. The way people view it, like if a woman puts a video up of like in lingerie or whatever, and a male comments on it, even a slightly, oh, you're beautiful. Like I've seen people go crazy over that and be like, oh, you're catcalling, or you're degrading a woman and all this other stuff. But I've seen men put a shirtless photo up,
Yeah.
and these women are just, oh, you're beautiful, and nobody bats an eye. It's sexist. But
I'm
it's
also
flip.
just thinking of this YouTube video. It was like a Jimmy Fallon interview. I don't know the guy that was talking about it, but when you go to a woman's like Instagram, you go to under her photos, and it's like stunning, breathtaking, like get it, girl. Like
Yeah.
But if you go to a man's profile and another dude writes breathtaking, he's gonna like block you. I mean, it just kind of made me laugh. It made me think that with what you were saying.
Right.
But yeah, you're right. No, it is. It is totally sexist. Women definitely get looked down on for doing this kind of shit. We're looked at as whores and sluts. Nah, bitch. like C.A. Knuble says, there's a difference between being a hoe and being a slut. And I am gladly going to stick in the hoe category because he explains it so well. I'm going to have to share this video with you because she's a comedian. I think she's funny as shit. And
it's like,
absolutely correct. There's definitely a difference between being a hoe, slut, whore, that kind of thing. I think she explains it very well. And
it also comes down to the standpoint of like, oh, why can a man have a body count of like 40 plus women, but a woman can't have a body count of that much?
Yeah, you the man.
Yeah, like, oh, you've slept with so many chicks. Good job, dude. Like, woo. I mean, my body count. My body counts.
My body count sucks. I mean, it's. I'm like. Dang, girl.
Yeah. So, which I will not reveal my body count.
No, I am not either.
No,
I don't want. No,
mine's
bad. All I'm gonna say is double digits for me.
I can't even.
No, we'll leave it at that.
Because mine is
we'll be ladylike and not kiss and tell.
Yeah, exactly. We're gonna.
The only time we'll be ladylike.
Yes, a proper little fancy lady.
I was gonna say proper gentleman.
Although I have been called a man on many occasions.
But I don't know where I was going with that, but
and I think we're slowly wrapping it up.
End of episode.
Yep.
Spot. So I think we should remind everyone to like and follow us on all of the social medias, the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube. If I'm missing something, I'm sure you can find us 31st. Find us on all the social medias there.
Yep. You can listen.
We have an event coming up. Do you want to talk about that to remind everyone?
Yes, this Saturday, New Year's Eve 2022. We can't wait for this year to be over because it sucked.
Yes, we're totally not thriving this year.
No. So we're having a New Year's Eve special. We have some games planned. We're going to talk about the future a little bit. We're going to make 2023 predictions.
Start the year off with a fucking bang.
Bang. Have some drinks with us. We may have some special guests pop in and out throughout the show. Yes. We don't even know yet at this point.
Everything, of course, ridiculous and crazy and all out of sorts, not prepared like the rest of our show, so.
But come join us if you have no plans. Even if you do have plans, cancel them and come join us.
Yes, they're fun as fuck.
Yeah,
and who's into it? And it's
better. It's gonna be a great time, and yes, come join us on Saturday for some cum dumpster action.
Well, I mean, that's for the OnlyFans.
Yes. That's the later show.
Come have some fun with us.
That's going to be the After Dark show.
Yes. The After Hours special.
Yeah. The special.
But we don't know any times or anything yet, but we will let you all know on our social medias. Again, give us a follow at 30 Flirty Podcast on the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikToks, YouTubes, everything. Let us know. And if you have a story you want us to talk about, please comment, message us, any of the things, do the things. And we will see you in the next episode. Number 10.
Number 10.
All right. Thank you guys for joining us and have a great night, day, morning. Have a great life.
Yep. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.